Let's start with Dean Huijsen, because arguably he's very much a man in demand at the moment, isn't he?
Definitely. I mean, he's got the world at his feet. He's had an incredible first season in the Premier League at Bournemouth. And basically, clubs are queuing up to try to sign him because he's got this release clause in his contract of around £50 million. Now, Premier League clubs are interested in signing him, include Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Newcastle, but he's also got big European clubs after him. Our colleagues at Sky Germany saying that Bayern Munich are looking for a new centre-back, and he's a player they're definitely interested in signing. And there's also potential interest from Real Madrid. Now, interestingly, I think if Real Madrid were to make a firm offer to sign him, he would choose to go to Real Madrid, but I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. We've got to wait until he's finished the season playing with Bournemouth, and then let's see if anybody does actually trigger that release clause. I think it's looking very likely that at least one club will.
From Bournemouth to Real Madrid, that would be quite the story, wouldn't it?
Defenders, guys, an important update is also coming from Madrid, because Real Madrid will go to sign a new centre-back in the summer transfer window. It's a decision made together with the coach, the future coach, Xabi Alonso. In one of the first meetings he had with the Real Madrid board, he's been very clear. He wants to proceed with a new centre-back for the summer transfer window. And Real Madrid have accepted this desire. You remember that in April, in March, Real Madrid were considering to bring in a new centre-back. Then they decided against this. Now, Real Madrid have decided to go very strong on a new centre-back for the summer transfer window. Huijsen, the situation remains one to watch. Why? Because Dean Huijsen has a release clause, so compared to the other two cases, it's not that difficult in terms of negotiations, because you don't have to negotiate with the club. At least you can discuss a payment structure, but it's not a big problem in that case. £50 million, but also Real Madrid already know that the player would be super keen on joining them. That's always been the case. So what's the situation for Dean Huijsen? The English clubs are very aggressive, want to close the deal as soon as possible. Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, these three clubs are ready to pay the clause and go strong for the deal for Dean Huijsen, so to try to agree with the player. But then there is also Real Madrid in the race, because the player is still waiting and hoping to see what happens with Real Madrid. He's obviously Spanish. Real Madrid is an incredible opportunity potentially for him, and so Real Madrid remain in the race for Dean Huijsen, with the release clause and with the opportunity to advance on this deal if Real Madrid decide to proceed. If Real Madrid decide to go strong, Dean Huijsen is still waiting for them. Dean Huijsen is still hoping for this opportunity. Otherwise, of course, there is Premier League. There are Premier League clubs involved. Chelsea are still there, Liverpool are still there, Arsenal are still there. Financially, they are ready to advance, the English clubs. Then we have to see what happens with Real Madrid in the next weeks, because for sure, Real Madrid are absolutely to be considered in the race, with Xabi Alonso now arriving at the club and telling the club how important it would be for him to bring in a new centre-back in the summer transfer window, potentially before the club's World Cup, because this will depend on the timing of the negotiation. But Real Madrid need a new centre-back in the view of the new coach Xabi Alonso, and so they are still in the race for Dean Huijsen. That's always been the case. Timing really important. Huijsen wants to decide his squad, his future club, as soon as possible. Chelsea are there, Liverpool are there, Arsenal are also there, but Real Madrid have a special place in the heart of Dean Huijsen, and that's why now we have to see what's going to happen in terms of discussions, in terms of timing, in terms of negotiation. Also, how much Real Madrid want to invest, because the plan is very clear on this case. The plan is for Real Madrid to invest on a centre-back and also to consider a new left-back as a strong possibility for the new coach Xabi Alonso, because Real Madrid will sign a centre-back, so centre-back an absolute priority for Xabi Alonso, but also a left-back could be added to the squad. So it's going to be a busy start of the summer for Real Madrid. They are preparing the movements, and first with a release clause, but with a strong, let's say, competition from Premier League with Chelsea, Liverpool and Arsenal.